This video is sponsored by Rocket Money, and there's nothing you can do about that. Hey guy, it's that time of year again, the beginning of a new one. And that means it's time for all of us to turn over a new leaf, to strive to be better versions of ourselves for anywhere from 10 to even 12 days. Like a lot of people, I'm starting the year off with the goal of trying to eat healthier and struggling to do it because my brother just gave me 100 pounds of candy for Christmas. I've learned that for me personally, the easiest way to eat relatively healthy on a consistent basis is to just meal prep the same few meals over and over again. I do a lot of chicken and rice that I douse in hot sauce. Sometimes I'll put that chicken in a burrito that I douse in hot sauce. I also do a lot of ground turkey pasta. And of course, my signature dish, one slice of bacon cooked too long, now it looked like a turd. And all of these are equally delicious, but I'll admit, sometimes I grow tired of the same 4 meals, and I'd like to expand my repertoire. Lucky for me, there's a whole world of information available right from my mobile device, and over the years, I've bookmarked dozens of delicious-looking recipes. There's just one problem. I've never actually cooked any of them. I have a whole folder of saved recipes on Instagram that I add things to constantly. I don't think I've ever even opened it. Gun to my head, I couldn't tell you one thing that's in there. So my goal for this video is to not just pretend that hypothetically one day I might cook something that I see online if all of the ingredients fell right into my lap and someone preheated my oven for me. No, I'm cooking everything I see. I don't care if it looks good. I don't care if it looks disgusting. For the next week, every time I see a recipe online, I'm gonna stop whatever I'm doing, drive my ass to the store, and come back home and make it. I might even eat it too.
Let's make these crispy Parmesan broccoli sticks. Peel your stalk and slice into fry shape. Coat them in a mixture of olive oil, grated parm, garlic, and lots of spices. Dip the flat side into freshly grated Parmesan and bake for 15 minutes.
Okay, so technically I already saw this before I started making this video, but I still want to make it because I only found out recently that you can even eat that part of the broccoli. I've just been composting it every time. Now, is some of its nutritional value lost when I smother it in oil and cheese? Yeah, probably a little bit. But Parmesan literally has protein in it, and that means it's good for you. I've never peeled this part of a broccoli before. Hope I'm doing this right. All done. Olive oil, garlic. I don't know what spice that is exactly. I'm just gonna do like some paprika, which is way too much, and some more garlic. Music love, because I have sensitive skin. Where are all my sensitive skin heads at? Never mind. Oh yeah, now we're talking. Look at that.
Dip the flat side into freshly grated Parmesan.
I'll get what I can on there. I'm definitely about to run out. I've only done like 3 of them. All right. Probably could have used some more cheese, I'll say it.
What is it?
Broccoli.
Oh, it's broccoli.
Yes, broccoli stems with a bunch of crap on them. I need to make it again in the air fryer with more cheese and less spice. And I need to make sure I grate them properly because I think some of them have like a little bit of the outside, but I don't know where the outside stops and the middle begins. I don't know the inside of a broccoli very intimately.
I do. Okay, so I have an experiment. I have 2 starters going on here. This one is named Thunder, and this one is named Lightning. And then I fed it for the first time this morning because it doubled in size, and now, even since this morning, it's grown about this much. And then Lightning over here, this one hasn't grown yet. I just started this one this morning. So I'm excited to see how these turn out.
I'm 5 days into being back in a calorie deficit diet, and I have yet to have a pizza omelet. They're by far one of my favorite low-calorie meals.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna make upside-down egg pizza for breakfast. That wasn't on my 2025 bingo card. Oh wait, it actually was.
Seminole Hard Rock Tampa is excited to bring you live craps, roulette, and sports betting.
This is a very precise recipe. He said 15 pepperonis, not one more, not one less. 14, 15, 16. Guess that'll just be our little secret. Okay, mine aren't really flat like his. It's like they don't want to be cooked. Oh yeah, this is looking like a pizza now. Shit. I feel like I need a 3rd egg in there. Wow, I'm really bad at this. I just went to Italy a few months ago, and let me tell you, this right here, this is pizza. I guess I have to judge its doneness based on how much it jiggles.
We got a little bit of a jiggle left, so we're gonna cover for a little bit longer.
I guess my worst fear is because I have to flip this eventually. What if it's like still really soggy and not done and I go to flip it and it's just like raw egg all over my face and torso? I don't want that. Time for the flip. Nope. It's heavier than I thought it would be. Or what if I what if I just did that? Does it look as good as his did? No. But does it taste as good? How would I know? I haven't taken a bite yet. No. That's not the face I wanted to see. This is the face I wanted to see. I mean, I didn't make this because I was like, oh, Amanda will love this. I made it because I had to. It has such a strong odor. I think it's pretty good, actually. It just tastes like an omelet. I mean, that's pretty much what it is.
Nothing really to say about this.
It tastes the way it looks.
If this just had another tortilla on top and more cheese
Hiding
on
its
top,
contents.
yeah, it just looks really ugly.
You don't like the way this looks?
I just don't like the way it looks.
It's definitely uncanny valley territory. It looks too much like a pizza, but not enough like a pizza. It almost looks like an AI generated pizza. Like it has this weirdly cartoonish look to it. I like it.
If you don't have a lot of time in the mornings but looking for a delicious and easy high-protein snack, these breakfast Hot Pockets are only 300 calories with 32 grams of protein and perfect for meal prep.
I don't want to make eggs again.
Feel the luck of the dice. Watch the roulette wheel spin and scream for your touchdown.
All right, so I already fucked up two things about this recipe. One, I was supposed to buy egg whites to mix with the eggs, and I bought egg stirs by mistake. That's not that big of a deal. That's just like a calorie difference. But where I really messed up was I was supposed to buy plain yogurt, and I bought vanilla yogurt. Sure, vanilla is relatively plain in the grand scheme of all flavors, but for this recipe, I don't think that's what he was going for. I think this is as good a time as any to point out that if there's any recipes that I make in this video and I don't like it, it's probably not the recipe's fault. It's probably mine. No, this is awesome. This is exactly what I wanted to be doing right now. Is this right? Does this look right to you? I think I stuck my hands in a little prematurely. I know this extra flour was probably overkill, but this got so sticky, I just felt like I had to intervene somehow. Not right now, please. Well, it looks like something. It looks better than it did 5 minutes ago. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, look at us. We're doing it, guys. Well, I'm doing it. You haven't helped at all. Just a nice, easy meal prep. This will make your mornings very simple. There's no way I'm gonna fit this many eggs on these. They're so tiny. What did I do wrong? Besides, well, most of the steps so far. I love 20 pounds of eggs. I love to look at it. I love to smell it. This might be the best meal I've ever made. Yeah. This looks pretty good. If anyone is watching this video so far and is like, boy, I sure do hope Drew doesn't transition into cooking content because I don't want to watch any more of this, don't worry. I'll probably never step foot inside a kitchen ever again. Just wanted to try something new for the new year. New year, new me. That's what they say. But I can't wait to go back to the old me. The old me that never tried to do shit like this. This looks so good. I do think of myself as a decent chef. I think I'm pretty competent in the kitchen. But there are things that I'm good at making, and clearly there are things I'm bad at making. I don't want this to be an indictment on my overall cooking ability, okay? This has nothing to do with how good I am at roasting chicken or grilling wings. Wings are not really that hard to make, and I'm also really good at spaghetti, which is like notoriously pretty easy. Maybe I'm just good at like the baby shit. I'm just gonna put this on as is, and we're just gonna see what happens to that. A little fucked up one in the corner. Hey, that wasn't so bad. Look at this delicious meal. I think it's still undercooked. It's so funny, he was like, sear it on both sides for 5 minutes each. I did that and cooked it in the oven for like almost 40 minutes. I mean, it tastes like a Hot Pocket. Whether or not that's a good thing is up to you.
I mean, it's a little dense.
It's like a brick. Yeah, I think the dough was more my fault. I don't think I made it thin enough before I packed everything in. What would be better is to just use a tortilla and then just make like a little crunch wrap. And I feel like that would just be 100 times easier. And you could probably meal prep that too.
I like it better than yesterday.
Yeah, you didn't like that pizza.
This is a pizza.
What do you think pizza is?
This is pizza.
I hope you like that because I got 6 more of them.
This is my go-to dish I make when I don't feel like cooking.
Perfect. It'd be nice to have a little break after that fiasco I went through this morning.
It's called arrayas. It's basically a meat stuffed pita, and it takes less than 30 minutes to make.
Oh.
We're gonna use ground beef and add garlic, feta, parsley.
Sorry,
and then we're gonna open up our pita halves and start stuffing them. Sear them on both sides.
Actually starting to look a little bit like cooking.
It turns out so juicy, and now we just enjoy.
You know what I make when I don't feel like cooking? Bag of chips. Maybe just like a bowl of canned tuna. She said in the video, I promise you're not gonna undercook this.
And I promise the meat fully cooks.
I don't know about that. I think you would be shocked at my ability to undercook anything. Or I guess more accurately, to severely overcook anything out of fear of undercooking it. I'm such a hypochondriac that if I even make even a slightly pink burger, which is how I like it, by the way, I'll work myself up the next 2 days being like, does my stomach hurt because I contracted a foodborne illness? Or does my stomach hurt because I'm nervous about the possibility of having contracted a foodborne illness? Ugh, I can't wait to lick my fingers when I'm done. Does that look good to you? Wow, I touched that for 10 seconds and my hands are itchy. Where are all my eczema heads at? Please ignore the mess over here. I wasn't expecting company today. It looks so good on the outside, but I know it's still raw on the inside. Cooking is scary. What if I die? All right, moment of truth. This woman's trying to kill me. It would be so helpful to know how hot I was supposed to make it. It looks really good on the side. This one I gave a little bit longer, and it is completely raw. She promised it would be fully cooked. Am I stupid? Ow. This one looks fine. That just looks like a burger. Let's make a little sauce here. God damn. Shit, that's really good. I've never thought to fry pita bread like this. It just tasted like an empanada, which is great. Empanadas are delicious. I've made empanadas before. The ones I made were like a lot of work. It would take me like 2 hours to do everything. I'm gonna say that this one that is still raw is my fault. I can't tell you how many times I've tried making burgers and I'll like confidently take it off thinking it's done and then it fucking looks like this. No shade to her. I just don't think that she should have ever trusted me to cook something properly. I am going to cook the meat and then stuff it in and then brown the sides. Now, is this one gonna taste as good? Probably not, but is it a little bit safer to eat? Yeah, because I burnt it. Yeah. Definitely dried that one out. There's a happy middle ground between putting it in completely raw and putting it in already cooked. Sorry, Bim Bim. I can't feed you this week. I haven't gotten any Instagram reels for cat food. Nah, I'm just kidding, brother. Honestly, so far, this challenge isn't as bad as I feared it might be. I'm stepping outside of my comfort zone. I'm learning new things. I'm actually pretty excited to see what's next. What the fuck?
Dozens of questions sprang to mind as my eyes tried to make sense of what they were seeing. Questions like, what? And why. But for the sake of this video, the only one I really needed to answer was how. So I enlisted the help of my friend Internet Shaquille, who you may know from his cooking YouTube channel or from the only Vine of his I could find on this website. Dunkin' Crumpers? He responded almost instantly with an answer that would have taken me weeks to figure out on my own. It's cheese. Really wet cheese with pistachios in it for some reason. He even found a website to buy this exact concoction from, but that, of course, would be cheating. I needed to make this on my own. Without access to pre-made mozzarella curd, I would need to order citric acid and animal rennet, two things I definitely knew existed before this week.
What the hell am I doing, man?
But first, a short commercial break.
Hi, I've made zero progress escaping the void, and I'd like to tell you a story. A couple years ago, I got my credit card info stolen, and I didn't notice for almost a year because the only thing this person bought with my credit card was a Hulu subscription. And I didn't notice because I was also paying for Hulu. So even though I did see the occasional Hulu charge, I just assumed it was me. The only reason I eventually found out what was going on was because of the other thing that they bought, 2 tickets to SeaWorld San Diego. That's when I knew something was up. Even to this day, I often find myself lying awake at night thinking about all the money I wasted on that phantom account and how it could have all been avoided by using today's sponsor, Rocket Money. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that, amongst other things, shows you all of your subscriptions in one place so you can easily see how much you're paying for all of them and how often you're paying for all of them. Not only can this bring attention to things you might have forgotten you've been paying for, but they even offer to cancel subscriptions for you directly from the app. No need to call customer service, no need to skim through 5 pages of, "Are you sure you want to cancel?" we really don't want you to. They also create customized budgets and help me get a bird's eye view of my overall monthly spending. What categories I tend to spend the most money on, what categories I should probably be spending less on. When using all of the app's premium features, Rocket Money's helped save its customers up to $740 per year, and they've also saved their customers over $500 million in canceled subscriptions. To take control of your finances today, go to rocketmoney.com/Drew Gooden to get started for free. Thank you to Rocket Money for sponsoring today's video. I've been procrastinating this all week, pretty much. I think the part that sucks the most is I love mozzarella. The idea of making fresh mozzarella sounds delicious. The videos I watched, they make it look delicious. But I have to go through all this work to make it, and then at the end, stuff it with a bunch of Italian bologna and pistachios, all because of some dumbass Instagram reel. Well, let's get started. I found this very nice Irish lady on YouTube whose recipe I will be following for this. I love this video because she gets increasingly more excited as it goes on, and it's infectious. Now I'm excited.
Look at how gorgeous those cheese curds are. Oh my gosh. This is so exciting.
I'm so nervous that the largest pot I have is not going to be big enough for this. Oh my God. Oh my God. Close call there. I just want to drink it. That's the problem. The real challenge of this recipe is resisting my primal urges.
Using a thermometer, stir your milk frequently until it reaches 90 degrees Fahrenheit or 32 degrees Celsius.
I do have a thermometer, but I don't have a nifty thermometer holding device. Wait, what am I talking about? Of course I do. It's called my hand. Anyone else's mouth watering, or is that just me? Yeah, check out those lumps. All right, 90 degrees. Remove it from the heat without knocking my camera over. Another burden in all of this is the need to film every step of it.
Stir in the rennet mixture for around 30 seconds.
All right, that felt pretty thorough. Gotta put the lid on. Come back in 5 minutes. Oh man, I'm really nervous about this.
Okay, the moment of truth. Take off your lid and check if you have curds. And there you see it. It's a lovely wobble and it's nice and thick. This is exactly what I'm looking for. I am delighted.
Well, that's not right. Okay, try keeping that covered for a few more minutes. Not really sure what I did wrong there. The most recent comment on this video is, well, I fucked that up. I mean, I'm using the same rennet. Sets in 30 to 45 minutes. It may take longer. Maybe 5 minutes isn't enough. I might need to give this like half an hour. Pretty similar. It's supposed to basically be a solid at this point. I'm supposed to like slice it. That's why it's so much easier to just never do anything you've never done before. All right, well, it's been an hour. Oh my God. It worked, I think. I just went to the store to buy new milk thinking I was gonna have to do a second batch. This is so exciting.
I am delighted.
Okay. Not quite as thick as I thought. Shit. I think I can still make this work. Whatever big curds I thought I had, they have not materialized. At best, this looks like cottage cheese, but even that, it's like runny cottage cheese. I thought I had such big curds, man. What happened to my curds?
Just look at how wobbly and jiggly it is, just like the way you see fresh mozzarella. We are going to squeeze our cheesecloth as tight as we can to get out as much liquid as possible.
It doesn't feel like mozzarella. I'll tell you that right now. I mean, this is purely just liquid. I mean, she had a pot full of curds. I maybe have a fistful. It's like if you poured a bunch of rice into a pool and then tried to fish it all out. Just soldiering on as if every part of this process doesn't look completely wrong.
Place the curds in your hot whey for 10 seconds. After 10 seconds, remove the cheese and stretch it as much as you can and fold it over on itself. When you're done, create a smooth ball by tucking the edges underneath and kind of shaping it in your hand, just like the way I'm doing. Look at this scene. This makes me so happy. I feel like I'm in the countryside in Italy somewhere. There you go. That's it. That's all our hard work paying off right there. This is exactly what I was going for. Absolutely gorgeous.
How's your bread doing?
I think I killed him.
These low-calorie and high-protein pepperoni pizza pockets are the perfect snack you can easily meal prep to take to work or school and can be stored in the freezer for weeks.
For the first time in my life, YouTube Shorts actually did something good for me here. Most of the ingredients you need to make this, I already had from that egg pizza the other day. My dumbass just rolled up to the checkout line at Publix with 2 things in my cart. They laughed me out of the damn building. Also, for your guys' benefit, I went ahead and did the boring part, and you get to watch me attempt to mash all of this crap into these tiny little tortillas. He does this sort of like triangle fold. Okay. Yeah, that kind of works. Wait, how does he close them? I got 2 cameras right now and neither of them are pointed at what I'm doing. So then seal it at the top. I will say, this was kind of fun actually. Maybe cooking's not so bad after all. It kind of looks like an ice cream cone, huh? My only concern so far is they're not really staying closed. I didn't really do that part very well. And now I'm just getting my fingers all greasy for no reason. I also made some of them way too fat, I think. A lot of things I could have done differently here, but too late. Gotta put it in the oven. I don't know if it's just because I'm really hungry right now. But this is probably the best thing I've made so far. I didn't really get it to seal over here, but I don't think that matters that much. I honestly like this a lot. Really, the only remaining test is seeing how much acid reflux I get in about 2 hours. A lot.
Let me show you how to make some incredible crispy beef tacos. These came out ridiculously good.
No, please don't make me eat a delicious taco. This challenge sucks. He wasn't super exact with the measurements. He did say 1 onion, but then just kind of threw in a wad of beef. Looked like maybe 2 pounds. I got 1.5. Hope I didn't fuck everything up.
Make your own taco seasoning, it's worth it.
I made the seasoning mix myself. Why are you looking at me like that? You think I just bought one from the store? You don't know anything about me. Ow, ow, ow. Wish I had longer tongs. Wish I could be like this far back so it would stop burning my fingers. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good. It's not your ideal taco because it's mostly beef. If we had limes, that would go good with this. Do we have limes? Now she likes it. Fellas, if your girl don't like something, just put some lime juice on it. She'll go, The more oil you use in a video recipe, the better you can make something look, but like, it really just tastes like oil. When I was driving back to Publix to get my second onion, my mouth was watering thinking about these. And she said she didn't like it that much.
I'm hungry.
Oh yeah. They look like little turds.
I probably just like a frozen banana.
How did he do that?
The most delicious, high-protein, honey garlic butter chicken mac and cheese.
Somehow I managed to make the macaroni and cheese and the chicken the exact same color.
What are we having for dinner? Tan. Mac and cheese.
You don't like it?
It's a weird aftertaste. This is probably the worst one yet. Not good.
I don't know what I did wrong.
I think it's just the taste of the cheese. I don't like.
The pasta tastes really funky. I get a lot of YouTube shorts or Instagram reels that are like, here's a low-calorie version of a food you like, and they, sub all of the regular ingredients for low-fat or low-calorie version. And the whole goal is to make it look like the food you like. And this looks like it would be good mac and cheese. The chicken, maybe not so much, but this looks like it should be good, but it doesn't taste right. It tastes so funky. I think mac and cheese is just one of those foods where you either need to go all out and just have the creamiest, butteriest, cheesiest mac and cheese that you can, or just not have it at all. God damn it.
No, I can't go out like this. A full week of trying new meals and this is what I ended on? Some stupid little mac and cheese crap? Hell no. I needed to go out like a man. I needed to eat a meal made for a big, strong guy like myself. And that's when I found the perfect recipe.
Spicy noodles, 2 cans of Vienna sausage, chorizo, 2 huevos, and some pickles with 3 scoops of peanut butter.
Now this is what cooking is all about. All my favorite foods all in one meal. An entire day's worth of calories just sitting in a bowl I can slurp up like a dog. What do you say we dig into this bad boy, huh? Yeah, I mean, it just has every flavor you're looking for in a well-balanced meal. You got the salt from the noodles, the salt from the chorizo, the salt from the pickle. I mean, there's gotta be, what, 1,000,000 milligrams of sodium in here? Guess I don't need Gatorade ever again. I got a lifetime supply of electrolytes right here. It just sucks that I'm so full. I'd love to eat more of this, but I'm so full. I had a slice of bread earlier, so...
There's just no room left.
You know, I started this video under the assumption that I'd been holding myself back all this time. By bookmarking posts and coming up with plans only to never follow through with them, I'd been preventing myself from ever reaching my full potential. I now know that I was wrong. You see, every time you actually make a recipe you see online, you're robbing yourself of the hypothetical version of it you'd created in your mind, replacing it with the real version that requires infinitely more work and almost always tastes worse than it did in your imagination. YouTube Shorts recipes are purely entertainment and should never be recreated by anyone. I went into this video thinking I needed to spark some sort of change in my life, move on to the next step of my evolution as a human being. But what I learned is, that was never going to happen. New Year's resolutions are for people who want to change, and I just don't. Changing is hard. Growing, nearly impossible. Whatever skills you learn by the time you're like 25 are the only skills you'll ever have. And as your body begins its slow but inevitable process of deterioration and your motor skills decline a little bit more every year until you die, remember this: it's too late, and you should have started sooner. Thanks for watching. No, I'm just kidding. That would be an insane way to end this video. My actual takeaway here is it's good to step out of your comfort zone, and even attempting to do so is cause for celebration. Don't beat yourself up if you're bad at something the first time you try it. Just learn from your mistakes and do better next time. I mean, sure, I'll never, ever attempt to make cheese ever again, and after 5 tries, Amanda's completely given up on the whole bread from scratch thing. But just because we gave up doesn't mean you should too. And yeah, maybe my other New Year's resolution was to get back into reading, and through one entire month, I haven't even finished half of one book. But just because I can't cook and I can't read doesn't mean you can't cook and you can't read. You do know how to read, right? I guess all I'm saying is I hope the very low bar I set for you today is inspiring. I truly think anyone can be a better chef than me if they even try at all. Also, I linked all the recipes in the description if you want to try one for yourself. Okay, see you next time.